go to tournaments, and I was wrestling, so in order to pass the time between matches, I would referee in between.
You know, Dave never wrestled, and he started out just as a coach there at the high school because they needed a coach, and I think all good coaches do look into refereeing and try to understand the referee's perspective too, understanding all angles of the sport. Being a student of the sport is what Dave was, and he really instilled that into Zach. And going from a student of the sport now to a philosopher and a professor of the sport, teaching others, is incredible.
You know, Zach's a legend around the world, and not many places that I go internationally, and talking to referees, that Zach's name doesn't come up.
I think he had his license when he was 14. That was the first year you could get a USA license. He definitely was by far a better official than I was.
He gravitated towards officiating, you know, I think as a big part of the result of his dad, who was someone that's been recognized in the hall as one of our elites. And Zach progressed in our sport, and obviously has officiated at the very highest level of our sport. In a lot of ways, I think one of the very best to ever blow a whistle.
You know, the goal is always like, they didn't even know I was out there. Like, that's always the goal as a referee. Like, you refereed that match? Like, yeah, I did. Okay, then I must have done a decent job because you don't remember me.
I'm proud to tell you that I'm sure Zach Errett has officiated a lot of really big matches that nobody can remember who was officiating.
In his first World Championships in Russia, he was awarded the gold whistle, and that was, I think, a fantastic moment. Was for me.
The Golden Whistle is given out at World Championships, and it's just the best referee in the world that year. He was hands down just a unanimous pick of that's your Golden Whistle. My dad had also won that award previously. We were the second, I think, father-son combination with United World Wrestling to win that. So that was really meaningful.
There was a window between 2005 and 2010, going into that 2012 games, where if there was a hot match, Zach was involved in it in some shape, form, or fashion. Whether he was the jury member, whether he was the mat official, whether he was the mat cheer. If it was one of those ones that was going to push the button, he was there to be part of the equation because he was going to get it right.
And one of the awards, it really wasn't an award, but just getting selected to do the 2012 Olympics, to be able to get selected for that was one of the greatest, I think, awards, I guess, recognition type of things.
In 2013, we were on the verge of being voted off the Olympic program. We were on the verge of not being an Olympic sport, but it was a commitment to raise the integrity of officiating in our sport at every level that saved us. The fact that our sport works really hard to remove officiating bias or corruption from the sport is important, and Zach's been at the center of that. I know that when Zach was officiating, certainly at the Olympic level, that athletes stepped on the tape with a high level of assurance that, hey, they weren't going to get cheated by the referee.
Zach was the right person to join the team and help us build the education pathway to what it has become today.
From, I would say, 2012, 2013, up to this past Olympics in Paris, it was Zach's philosophy that the world was running on with wrestling. A few minor changes now, but we still teach and look for that philosophy of wrestling. We've always had an education system built on mentorship. You would find a good mentor and they would take you under their wing and they would bring you up along the ranks, teaching you what they knew along the way. The issue with that is you can have different philosophies, different mentalities of how that education is being disseminated amongst everyone. What Zach really did is he really consolidated everything with others on the USWO board, helped see this education program go onto the internet, easily accessible for all referees, and now we were getting the same information. Zach came out with the first PowerPoints to use at our regional level, which gave it more of just, I think it's this kind of score, Two, doesn't make this criteria for points. The entire world now uses that same structure to educate their national officials. Helping referees, instead of sitting there, decide, well, what was that? Some fine check marks they can make quickly to come out with correct score of. Is it high amplitude? Okay. Does it land in danger? Yes, 5 points. No danger, you're automatically at 4 points. You know, something like that, working your way down, no high amplitude. If it lands in danger, 4. If not, 2. So very simple things to just boom, 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 quickly. So Zach was the first one to really put that into writing and put it into a easy to use, easy to learn format.
And he's not only training officials, but he also is training coaches. I think he's got just about every award that could be given, he's received. And of course, it's great, you know, now in USA Wrestling or whatever, he has an award named after him.
Zach is just outstanding, phenomenal, someone I deeply admire, and has brought so much to wrestling.
It's an incredible honor and certainly very humbling to have reached this award. And I feel really blessed to have had the opportunity and know that, you know, reaching the award wasn't just myself and what I accomplished, but just really just a collective group of people that have behind the scenes, you know, helped me get to where I was at. And I happened to be, you know, in the right place at the right time with the right people, and things worked out, and certainly very honored.
I think it's fantastic. As a father, why wouldn't you? And he rightly deserves it. He's that good of an official, you know, and you could see it from what he had done throughout the years so quickly.
It's hard to say the impact that Zach has had on the sport of wrestling. Wherever I go, you know, I can see things that had Zach's influence, and we're a better sport now, technique-wise, entertainment-wise, and moral-wise, because of Zach Errett.
To me, it's a legacy. It's seeing that the work that his dad did decades ago, you know, flowed through Zach, and now Zach's becoming a legacy to other officials.
Still remains to be seen the impact that he's going to continue to have in the future because of his work on you know, the recruitment and education process. And I know, you know, top referees in the world today, you know, view him as a mentor and someone that they call whenever they have a question.
He was always super supportive of it.
It actually really helped him be able to go and do the stuff he wanted.